What's up everyone? Welcome to another video. In this video, I will test and review the new Merach Aura exercise bike with an HD screen. I already have their R50 rowing machine and their S19 Recombinant bike, and I really like them. I use one or both of them pretty much daily for warm-ups before lifting weights or for cardio workouts. So when they offered to send it to me for free to test and review, I agreed to try it out. Let's start off with the features, then I'll cover my personal experience with using it pretty much daily for the last 4 weeks. For the features, let's start back here with the feet. All 4 feet are adjustable and can be raised or lowered by rotating them. So if your floor is uneven, you can dial them in so the bike is level and stable. The next feature is the seat height adjustment. The seat post has 8 adjustment settings with about 8.5 inches of vertical height adjustment. The adjustment increments are printed on the seat post, and there's a hole on the back for each setting. The spring-loaded pin inserts into the adjustment holes on the seat post. Rotate the pin to loosen it, pull out the pin and adjust the seat post, then insert the pin and tighten it to secure it. The next adjustment is the seat forward and backwards adjustment. Loosen the knob and adjust it. There's about 2 inches of adjustment, and tighten the knob to lock it in place. And next is this bolt right here. Loosen it to rotate the seat left or right, or up or down, or remove it and put whatever seat you want to on here. So there's full adjustment and flexibility of the seat. And while we're here, there's a dumbbell rack behind the seat to store 2 small dumbbells if you want to. These 3-pounders were the biggest ones that would fit for me. Now let's move on over to the pedals. The pedals are metal with a pretty aggressive grip, and they include a toe clip with a strap. And continuing on, the front foot stabilizer has 2 wheels. Tip the bike up onto the wheels and it's super easy to move around. The next feature is the handrail height adjustment. There are 5 settings providing about 4 inches of height adjustment, and the adjustment method is exactly the same as the seat adjustment. Next up is the resistance adjustment. Rotate the knob counterclockwise to reduce resistance, and clockwise to increase resistance, and push it all the way in to stop the bike. And the resistance level is shown here on the screen, which we'll cover the screen in detail in a moment. Then we have 2 cup holders, which are very nice. And last, let's talk about the screen. It has an integrated 15.6-inch high-definition screen. And it's completely adjustable, 90 degrees to each side, and 90 degrees up. And this is as far as it goes down. And on the back are volume up and down buttons and a power button. And on the bottom are a USB-C input for video and an audio output for headphones. During use, the default screen shows time duration, distance, calories, current speed, frequency, and resistance level. Or you can also easily screen mirror to it wirelessly. I'm using an iPhone in this video. Or you can directly connect it to the screen with the USB-C input port on the back if your device has that option. iPhone 15 and newer does. And I will point out that the standard supplied USB-C cable doesn't work. The screen just shows a message that says no signal. You need a video rated cable, which is typically larger in diameter. Either way, you can load up the Merach app, link it up to the bike, and it has a lot of different training modes and videos, including novice cycling, intermediate cycling, advanced cycling, and fat burning cycling training. And I'll start up this one so you can take a look. And I will point out that the screen is not touchscreen. You'll need to make selections on your phone. In addition to the Merach app, this bike is also compatible with other popular apps, including KinoMap. But it's just screen mirroring what's on your phone, so you can load up anything you want to. Music, emails, pictures, or some YouTube. This looks like a pretty awesome YouTube channel. I like this guy. And now let's roll right into my personal user experience after using it regularly for the last 2 months. And I'll pick up right here with the screen. I want to point out some differences between wireless screen mirroring and using the cord. Netflix blocks wireless screen mirroring to protect its content from piracy. If you try, it'll just show a black screen. So just be aware, you can't watch Netflix when wirelessly screen mirroring. And you can use Netflix when it's connected with a cable. The black screen is only a problem for wireless screen mirroring. Next, with wireless on iPhone, when I rotate the phone between landscape and portrait, it also rotates on the screen. According to Google, an Android phone can be locked in landscape, but I don't have one so I can't test that. But iPhone does not have landscape screen lock, so when I rotate it to portrait to set it in the cup holder, it shows on the screen in portrait, which is not ideal. The best option is to leave it laying right here during use. I happen to have this magnetic adjustable phone holder that I use in my home gym, and I've been using it here. It keeps the phone in landscape and allows me to make selections on the phone screen, and it's been working out pretty well. But if you connect your iPhone with a cable, it's not an issue. The video always displays in landscape, even if you rotate the phone. And of course, wireless screen mirroring will drain your battery, and using the cord will charge your battery, so those are things to be aware of. Now, let's talk about audio. When you wirelessly screen mirror, it also sends the audio to the screen only. the audio comes out of the screen, not the phone. I personally usually like wearing Bluetooth headphones, but the Bluetooth headphones can't get any audio from the phone. It has to come from the screen. And there's no built-in way to connect Bluetooth headphones to the screen, so the options are either the external speakers on the screen, or wired headphones connected to the headphone port on the bottom of the screen. The bike is whisper quiet, so if you don't have any other distracting background noises, and you're not worried about being loud and bothering other people, using the built-in speakers works well. But if you want to use headphones with screen mirroring, you're limited to wired headphones. Or you can use a Bluetooth adapter like this. It plugs into the wired headphone port, and now I can connect my Bluetooth headphones to this, and listen to the audio from the screen via Bluetooth. I will link this product down in the video description. And with a wired connection, only the video goes to the screen and the audio stays on your phone, so you can listen to Bluetooth headphones connected to your phone. The technology stuff can get complicated, but good news, we're finally done with it, and now we can finally talk about the bike. Overall, as with their other equipment, the finishes are nice, the welds are clean, and it's a professional build with quality materials. It's a solid piece of home gym equipment. I read some reviews saying the handlebar and seat adjustment tubes are a loose fit, but I have not experienced that. Of course they're loose while adjusting them up and down because they need clearance to move, but tighten the locking handle and everything is tight and secure. With everything tight, the frame does flex a little during use, so I do notice some movement in that regard, but nothing's going to permanently bend or break or anything. So far it's holding up fine after 2 months of using it. So I'm on the taller side at 6 foot 1 inch tall, and somewhere between one setting below the max seat height and the max seat height is just about right for me. I can run it at either setting, but 6 foot 1 inch tall is probably just about the top of the user height range. I wouldn't recommend being much taller. Next up is the double cup holder. It might sound silly, but it's been really nice. The cavities are big and can fit any water bottle, and they don't stick up above the screen during use. And the second one comes in handy for all kinds of things, like earbuds, cords, or your phone, or whatever. I mentioned it earlier, but the bike is smooth and whisper quiet. This is full volume. It uses magnetic resistance, so there's no physical contact with the spin wheel. Only if you press the emergency stop knob in. Then a rubber brake will lower and contact the wheel to stop it. For resistance levels, it offers the full spectrum, from pretty much no resistance at all at level 1, up through 8 different levels. And each level requires about 1.5 turns of the knob, where the resistance continuously changes as the knob is turned. At level 8, it's pretty crazy, and it'll eventually come to a complete stop if you keep turning the knob. Also, the bike and the resistance work without the cord, so the bike still technically functions if you don't have an electrical outlet available. You just won't have the screen. And last, for the power cord, where it plugs in, I've been routing it under the back foot stabilizer bar like this to keep it out of the way. Otherwise, if it's just flopping around, your foot could accidentally grab it. That would be no good. And that's all I have. I've been using it for 2 months. For the first month, I used it exclusively for all cardio work to get really familiar with it and test it out. I used it 4 days a week for 8-minute warm-ups before lifting weights, and about 45-minute long cardio sessions 4 or 5 days a week, and it held up great with no problems. For the second month, I mixed it in with my other cardio equipment, using it a couple times a week, and it's an option that I enjoy having. It's great when I want to hit the cardio hard, but take it a little easier on my upper body, and it has a permanent place in my home gym. And that wraps this up. As always, I hope you found it helpful. Subscribe for more how-to and review videos. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.